Hi, this is Jacob Baugh, Jacob's Ladder with Team Cardhoarder. Here for our first game with our Dredge deck and Legacy. I am not sure if I can keep this. If I had a discard outlet, I can therapy myself naming Thug, which will let me put a Dredger in my graveyard. I do have Force of Will for potential combo decks, and I can always flashback therapy later, but I think I can ask for a more explosive hand. I'm just going to go ahead and mulligan to 6. So this is slightly better. I do have a breakthrough in this one and a bridge to discard to it, and I have a forcible for my opponent's early play. So I think I'm going to keep this one, and I have a scry. I'm going to put that on top. See what my opponent has going on. They are playing elves. Alright. So I definitely don't care about a Nettle Sentinel. But I'm not sure if I want to fire off this breakthrough already or not. Okay, I would rather just wait, see what I get as my next draw step, and maybe Force of Will their potential combo piece this turn, or just trade my Force of Will off for whatever they have going on. Gonna attack and then play spells. They're 2 damage in. Means they probably don't have something like a glimpse. We'll see. Just casting a Visionary. Yeah, I think on next turn I'm going to be casting Breakthrough no matter what. So, pretty sure I should just trade my Force of Will for whatever my opponent does this turn. Alright. Should I have to click on all these? It's fun. Alright. Alright. I probably should have just Force of Will the Nettle and cast my Breakthrough the turn before, but I didn't really want to do that, but I didn't see any better lines at that point. I was hoping I would spike a land and be able to keep a card, but it was not the case. So I would really like to have 2 lands to activate my Coliseum, but we're just going to be in the Dredge Forever game, I guess. Red Arbor, pass. Do not know what my opponent has going on. Alright, I will dredge a Golgari Grave Troll. Yes. Pop out my graveyard. Let's see what I got going on over here. I do not want the stack under my graveyard. Alright. Alright. I will go ahead and flashback my therapy. Is it? I can't even remember the card I'm supposed to name. It's natural order. There we go. Natural order. All right. All right. They have a natural order. We'll take it. They have a Rex Sage, a Cradle, Glimpse. Okay. All right. Now I'll probably just trade my zombie for his nettle if he offers it, but I don't know if that's going to happen, just because I don't really care about the bridge at the moment. Not even for sure I want to dredge next turn, but I probably will. My opponent's thinking of. Maybe they're thinking about playing their Cradle, glimpsing, and just like firing off this one creature. But is definitely in the tank, that is sure. Greens and Zenith for 1. Okay. Certainly makes their glimpse better next turn. Are they going to glimpse this turn? Fair. They could definitely do that as well. This little, you can't see the mana floating. Alright, so they're just going to glimpse and have 2 draws. I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to draw, because if I mill over, I'm not milling to anything in particular. There's nothing I need to, per se, put in my graveyard. I have some creatures in play. The only way I like milling once isn't going to get me a better board position, but drawing a land for my Coliseum is definitely great. Or if I just draw another draw engine, it's still just better. I think I have more live draws than just like I have to hit like Priced Amalgam and multiple other things if I dredge. And my bridges aren't really going to do anything at the moment. I'm just going to attack and it's going to probably get exiled, so well, that's not what I want to draw, that's for sure. Alright, I'm going to attack my opponent. All the things and hope to race. they don't draw something right here. Hell, Heritage Root's pretty good. I have all the mana they'll ever need now. Means we're probably dead, but oh, they just draw Hoof. So I guess our opponent drew Green Sun Zenith, and they're getting Hoof, and it's going to lethal us. Alright, let's go to the sideboard. We definitely want these needles, these firestorms, and I want the Elvish Norn package and the Dread Returns. So I don't want Forceful in this matchup. And what else do I want to shave on? I like Breakthrough. Probably just some Putrid Imps, since I have Firestorms as enablers. And this is just a third Putrid Imp. And guess I really only need one Dread Return. It's nice to have, but Needle. I know they have 4 Death Rights, so that's why I want to mortar the Needles, but maybe it's just not right. You can also name Symbiote with this, which is another good name. So definitely has a lot of merit in this matchup. You can just shave an Amalgam. It's probably fine. I'd like to play first. His hand has a bunch of enablers, and so I will go ahead and keep. Just to draw into something, but I have a lot of draws to hit that something, so. Just gonna probably fire off a Careful Study on 1 with the City of Brass. Alright, we found our Dredger, so. See what our opponent has for us. Probably have the Death Right, but we can hope that they don't. Alright, Green Sun for Dried Arbor is perfectly reasonable. Yep. About our graveyard again. Milled another Stinkweed Dip and 2 Icarids. Okay. Yeah, just play my Gemstone. 2 imps. Okay, yes, I want to return. Is yield. Brave troll. And discard my 2 dredgers. Alright, let's see what we milled. We did not hit our Elvish Norn, but we did hit our one of the Dredge returns. We only milled 1 Quell Therapy. What's the most likely card for our opponent to have here? Probably just like Visionary. So yeah, I'm just gonna therapy, hoping to get lucky, I think. Yeah, it's not right. Maybe I just hold it till next turn. But I'm not sure. I'm just gonna name like Visionary. They have Deathrite Shaman. There's no way they don't just get it on 1, so. Do they have another Green Sun Zenith or something? I was gonna name. Yeah, just name Glimpse. I'll just name Glimpse. That's probably the scariest card my opponent could have. Alright, they had Glimpse and Visionary. Okay, so. Alright, so they have Heritage Druid Burshaler. Okay. My Amalgam comes back. So milled no bridges. Okay. Three grids, grid. Our opponent drew Surgical on our Icarids. Huh. Well, that's disgusting, but still beatable. Alright, so just gonna dredge a Grave Troll. So our opponent has Visionary in their hand, so we're gonna strip that at some point. But we want to cast our land and Breakthrough first. is 1. Alright, I have 23 cards in my library, so go as 6. Found 1 bridge. 6 again. Alright, so we have 1 bridge, 2 bridges, and we've not hit an Archamoeba. So let's go 6 more. Or we hit an Archamoebas. Alright. No replacement effects. We'll draw a card. Discard these 5. Yes. Always yes. Alright, now I want to flash back our therapy. Them sacrificing this guy during all our bridges. Visionary. Okay. We want to try to return target our Elish Norn. Pricing these 3. Okay. Always, always yield. Alright. Got our tokens, got our Elshnorn, got combat, attack our opponent for 8. And we get back our other amalgams. Alright, opponent has 1 card and a force. Alright, so our opponent boarded in Surgical. It's not something we can stop with Needle. It's something we would have to have Forcible to stop. So there's some consideration to that. Maybe we just... or like this. Forceful isn't a bad card against elves. Maybe I can board like that and shave something else. Maybe shave an Icarid. This is reasonable. Yeah. Alright. When my opponent's on the play, I like Forcible a lot more. That's basically the biggest reason why I'm boarding it in. Well, we have a Force of Will and a Firestorm. We do not have a red source for our Firestorm. But I still think this is the keep. It's possible these Underground Seas should have just been more cities and just have a full Pain mana base, but I thought that'd be fine. you still have more colored sources than a normal Dredge deck does for these kind of cards, so Underground Seas are mostly just additional lands altogether, so I think it should be fine. Probably going to try and save the Force of Will for a hate card, but we'll see how it works out. There for one, I'm not going to worry about looking for a red source. I definitely was not looking for another Narcomoeba. That is for sure. Still probably fine as long as we hit our mana next turn. May have just been right to. It was probably right to just discard our thug. Actually, when I think about it, to hand size, since this Underground Sea isn't doing us anything. Metal is fine. Attack for one, okay. I'm not even for sure I can afford the Dredge, because I don't think I can win this game unless I draw a red source. So, because I need to get these cards out of my hand. This Bridge, this Amalgam, and this Ichrid, I can't just have sitting in my hand gumming it up. Don't know if I'm supposed to let him have that, but I'm going to hopefully counter the big impact spell. I got the counter's natural order, so yeah, I'm not gonna dredge. Just need to hit red mana. That's unlucky. I mean, it is not that great of odds, so it's like 10 hits and 50, so and 5 that I hit. Well, we're gonna die to this Dryad Arbor. Two Dryad Arbors. Still think I'm gonna try and draw for it. Alright, we hit finally. should have dealt 4 actually, but I guess it's too late now. So I don't think I can hit cancel at this point. I think if I hit cancel, I'll just back it up. Okay. All right, I want 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright, my bridge is exiled. But it wasn't going to do anything in my hand, so much rather just get 4 damage in for it, so. Because I'm going to be dredging the rest of the game, so it's never going to get out of my hand unless I therapied myself, which is definitely a thing I can do, but Mercury dies and we get a amalgam, or we get surgical, one or the other. Alright, never mind. I just wanted to buy you. Probably just gonna dredge. I guess I have to remove that next turn, so. Opponent is glimpsing. Yeah. Don't know if that's correct, but let's see what else I'm gonna do. So. An Elsinore and a bridge. Right. Alright, so next turn our opponent should be dead unless we are dead. There is the distinct possibility that we are dead, so they have one more redraw with Visionary, and then they have 3, probably 4 land. I assume they have a land in their hand, so bounce Visionary, replay Visionary. Okay. can replay Visionary again. Third symbiote. Hit another cradle. Jeez. Okay. Well, our opponent is not going to die next turn. That's for sure. We need to hit a Dread return pretty bad. We do have 6 draws to it though, so move my imp instead of my thug, but still fine. Still does Dredge and Graves roll. What do we hit? Nothing that matters. Didn't even hit a therapy. It's unfortunate. 30 cards left. So opponent blocks here, and here goes to 2. I guess eat my bridges also. Bounces Visionary. Moving this back to block isn't going to get me anywhere, so I have to hope our opponent doesn't have it. Well, they're playing Visionary first. That's a good sign, but fetching to 1 is probably bad for me. I feel like if they're fetching the 1, they should have gotten a Dryad. Oh, they don't have any Dryad Arbors, I guess. Well, it's 3, 4, 5. It's 8. So if they have a hoof, I'm dead. Mana. Visionary. Okay. So undead the natural order. They just cast, I guess. There's nothing I could have done to play around that, so. Yep. Needed to mill something relevant, like a therapy or a. Definitely just didn't hit a therapy that entire game, right? Yeah. Half my deck 0 therapies. So, alright. That's the match.